This week we played Pandemic, which is a cooperative virus eradication game for 2 to 4 players by Z-Man Games. Each round takes about 45 minutes, and we found that to be pretty true throughout the night.
I think the game has pretty good craftsmanship. I mean, the cards, they're like your standard playing cards. In fact, they might even be a really nice, sturdy set of standard playing cards. These pieces, I love these. You know, they're little wood cubes made of real wood. If your three-year-old got a hold of these, he'd probably die.
Well, the board is really thick, but it lays flat, and it's still glossy, so it'll maintain a nice surface. I like that, and I do enjoy the wooden pieces, both pawns and cubes. Anytime that you get a game that has like something sturdy in it, it feels so much more fun.
Actually, the glossiness of the board I think is a bad thing, because all the pieces shift around and they're in such close quarters already that we got confused over where the diseases were, where our actual players were. And then the researcher is caramel on the card, but poop brown for the piece.
To paraphrase what Ashley was just saying, on the researcher card, you have a lovely caramel tone for your piece. However, we're concerned that in your actual manufacturing plant, I don't think there's really much of a story along with this game, but I mean the theme is disease outbreak, and you're trying to fight that disease. I actually like the little wooden cubes as diseases, because they look kind of like freckles or measles or something all over the board, and they're, you know, kind of disjointed colors that butt up against each other, so it just kind of reminds me of disease. I mean, obviously your people pieces kind of look like Mrs. Butterworth, but they sort of look like people, so that seemed to follow.
So in terms of accessibility for this game, I found it very easy to learn, and that's important for me in board games, because if I don't learn it quickly, I tend to not want to play it. So it was pretty easy to learn. Each of the character cards are pretty simple to catch on to. What they're supposed to do and how they're different and how they interact with each other.
Triage nurse.
Yeah, you know, if someone gets escape or like...
Yeah, that's pretty much. I just put peroxide on things.
By the way, I'm the 4-card like cheaty cure person in this game.
Okay. Okay.
I'm the healer.
1, 2, 3.
Don't ever put that on the internet. We played what? 3 games in an hour and 20 minutes tonight.
Mm-hmm. And each ended differently.
Right, each ended differently, and it kept moving quickly. But by the middle of the first game, even people who had never played before, you know, were already in the flow of things, working together as a team. So I think ease of learning wise, definitely it's very accessible to a lot of people.
So I played this game a few times, and I was playing it wrong the first few times, and that was actually a lot more fun for me because I was winning the game.
Apparently we were playing on heroic difficulty, which might explain why epidemic cards will haunt my nightmares for the next 3 weeks.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, god damn it. And why we failed completely to ever beat this game.
It just makes me kind of pissed off and frustrated, so I want to play again, but for the wrong reasons. Not because I'm enjoying it, because I want to just beat the damn game.
I found it to be immensely appealing, and I mean, a few minutes ago I said, oh man, I wish we could stay up all night and play this game until we beat it, and of course, you know, we're all... there's no way that's happening, but I think in terms of fun from playing the game and replayability, there's definitely a big component here where the randomness of what happens completely messes with your strategy as you're going along, and it's just, man, we almost had the red ones that time. We almost had them.
I mean, you're fighting against time and random luck. I don't know. I mean, me personally, I do like cooperative games, but sometimes I'm not really in the mood for them. There's your roll. There's your roll. There's your roll. There's my roll. We're screwed. And I don't know if tonight was one of those nights maybe that I just wasn't totally in the mood to play a cooperative game. I think I enjoyed last week a little better because I liked the competitive aspect of Dominion. Even though we didn't interact with each other so much, I still liked the idea that we were competing against each other. Where here, we're cooperating and trying to basically solve a puzzle. It becomes easy to cheat. You have to kind of police the other players. I wouldn't say people necessarily have a propensity to cheat, but you can be like, let's just not draw that card this turn. And, depending on how you feel about it, I think it's open. But with Dominion or another competitive game, you have the other players policing your actions, whereas in this game, I think it's a little less policing.
Well, and of course, you always get the time-honored, glorious phrase, oh, we'll just play that way from now on.
In terms of replayability, I'd like to play it until I won, at least, to figure out, or on the different levels, too, to make it more difficult or easier.
Now I wonder if we couldn't just put this thing together in 30 minutes and beat it on not heroic and difficulty, because we had good strategy.
Are you guys going to meet up in Ho Chi Minh City?
No, we're meeting up in Osaka. Fuck Ho Chi Minh City. To me, that's good replayability.
I thought this game had a lot of replayability because every game is different. Initial setup is always going to be different. The game cards are always going to be shuffled differently. Everyone's going to have a different role, so there's so many variations of the game.
I think the quality of the game, and if you really enjoy cooperative games, this is probably one of the more interesting ones that I've played. It doesn't take a lot of time. That's a really big bonus of it. I think especially cooperative board game that doesn't take a lot of time is great. I'm borderline whether I would buy it or not, just because I don't know. I don't get that much out of it.
See, whereas I think games like this, which have long-term fun potential and long-term replayability, I think this is definitely something I would buy. And it's not my normal style to play a cooperative game. I agree. I do like that sense of competition, but in this, I just felt like I was competing with the board, so I got that fixed.